Hello everybody, it's nearly E3. I'm excited. Are you excited, Adam?
Moderately. No, I'm kidding, it's going to be cool.
It will be cool. It will be cool. Really looking forward to it. We're going to be sitting down watching all the live streams as they happen, even the ones that are ridiculously early in the morning. That's going to hurt.
That's going to be the general emotion.
We'll be live tweeting it if you want to follow us on the old internet.
Twitter you're looking for.
Twitter, that's the thing, isn't it? So that'll be pretty good. But I thought, as we should normally do as a YouTube channel, let's do a few predictions, a little bit of friendly competition. Is it friendly? I'm not sure.
Don't make me break you.
So we're not going to look at the things which are clearly, obviously going to happen. We might talk about that a little bit at the end. But
hey guys, they're going to announce games.
Shh, they will announce games. So let's go through. I've got a few things. Adam's got a few things, and you can laugh at how terrible they are, or work yourself up into the things that are never going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. So, shall I start?
Yeah, you can do.
I guess I should. So, number one for me. We've already heard a bit about this already, but I'm hoping we'll see a lot more of it, maybe in the PC gaming show, which I still haven't got my head around that whole show, what to really expect.
It shows PC games.
Yes.
Only PC games.
But Dawn of War 3. I've been playing a lot of Total Warhammer recently. Yes,
yes.
I will call it Total Warhammer.
I don't know why they didn't.
No, nor do I. But
Total Warhammer. What?
So
no,
bit more,
you idiots.
Bit of the other end of the Warhammer universe, 40k. Dawn of War 3, which is sounding like it's going to be a lot more like Dawn of War 1 rather than Dawn of War 2, both of which were great games.
Well, they recently sort of added I don't know if you noticed, so there's the Dawn of War 2 sort of weird arena mode.
Yes.
They recently added a Necron guy to that, so I would guess that they're going to have Necrons in the third one. It would make sense.
Quite possibly.
Because they're basically big, evil, green Egyptian Terminators.
Yes, well, I remember them from Dawn of War 1. But I really enjoyed Dawn of War 1. I'm much more of a classic sort of base builder RTS kind of guy, so I'd like to see it being a bit more like that. It's difficult, really, because I really enjoyed both the games and both the styles, and I don't really want to have to pick one. Can I not just have two different parallel series with both types of game in it?
Well, they're playing sort of fast and loose with the Warhammer license nowadays, so maybe.
That's true. I was watching a video about that the other day.
They've got that sort of the Deathwing FPS thing coming out, which should be good.
True. There's lots of those things to come out.
Complete with avant-garde trailer and music.
Very much so. So yes, Dawn of War 3, hopefully gameplay trailer. I would love to see a bit of that, because the cinematic was brilliant, but got to see what it looks like and how it's going to work.
You don't like Steel Rain?
well, I do, but So that's my first one. What about you, Adam?
There's been sort of hints dropped here and there by the various voice actors of characters from previous games in the series, but I reckon they're going to show Devil May Cry 5. And I don't mean the sort of the one we don't talk about. I don't mean Devil May Cry 2. I mean the Ninja Theory one, which, disclaimer, it was a good game, but it wasn't a Devil May Cry game.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, I think Devil May Cry 5 is coming. There's been so many stupid hints. I would like to see that.
You don't like the Devil May Cry games, do you?
No, just a little bit. I'm not mad on them. But no, 4 was good, but it felt a bit sort of rushed. There was... The enemies weren't great. There was a lot of sort of, you must do X to this enemy before you can properly attack enemies.
Oh, right,
that makes sense, which is just like completely disrupts the flow of, I'm trying to do an awesome combat here and I keep banging off a shield, or I can't actually do damage to this guy until I've blasted smoke off of him.
Sure.
But that would be nice. But so mechanically it was great, but yeah, I think it could have done better. They've taken steps to improve it with the sort of the special edition, which brought back Virgil. But there's lots of things I want to see from Devil May Cry 5. Better story, big huge levels. I mean, they need to go back really to, I think the best one so far was Devil May Cry 3.
Okay.
Because it was just massive and sprawling, and there was so much to do. And they need more weapons. Good God, Capcom, please, more weapons. 3 weapons, not enough. Although, admittedly, you do have like 5 characters, I think, now, as a special edition. So
the a bit of a weird one for my second one.
Do you not want to talk anything about Devil May Cry?
I don't know anything about Devil May Cry.
You suck. You suck, man.
I can't help not knowing anything about Devil May Cry. I can't know every game.
It's pretty well known.
It's a well-known game. I just haven't played it.
Yeah, well, I'll have to change this.
You certainly shall.
Well, I've got the HD edition. I'll come and tape you to the sofa and make you play it.
Fair enough. So my second one is a bit of an odd one. So looking at the whole Bethesda area, usually you would expect with Bethesda they've already started working on the next Elder Scrolls game because they alternate between Fallout and Elder Scrolls.
Well, yes. I don't know if you heard the rumblings recently about a possible Skyrim HD.
I did hear about that, yes. I did hear about that.
I presume that's to tack mods onto the consoles.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
With Fallout 4.
I'm not sure I put that much stock behind that. I'm not sure whether they would want to.
Depends
just
if they
remaster.
can just boot it to another team and go get on with this.
Maybe. But yeah. So I don't think we'll see anything of the new Elder Scrolls this year.
So no Todd Howard strolling out with sort of dry ice and men in hoods and cloaks?
No, I don't think so. I think they will be working on it. I think they won't be ready to show it yet. But what I think they will show, other than that weird Elder Scrolls card game, which we saw quite recently, I don't know.
Fallout 5, no.
Well, I think they'll show some new Fallout 4 expansion, which they previously haven't announced.
That's a good bet.
I think that's a possibility. They've have they finished their sort of season pass now? I think they have.
Yeah, they've chucked out the Wasteland Workshop, the Mechanist, and Far Harbor.
Yeah. So I don't think they're done with the universe yet. So I think there's
pro tip: if you haven't played Far Harbor yet and you have it, companion to take with you is goddamn Nick Valentine. Just do it.
Okay, fair enough. So what's your number 2?
Well, bloody hell, that sounds a bit wrong. Well, the last one was pretty number 2, but I think that they're going to kick out, sticking with the Capcom here, a new Resident Evil.
Okay.
Because, they need to really. They need to sort of Resident Evil 4 what they did to Resident Evil 6.
So what direction do you think they would take a new Resident Evil in?
I don't know. I think they need to go back to the sort of more horror-oriented ones.
Go back.
Sorry.
Sorry, few lost flashbacks there.
Oh right, I'd never watched that.
Well, we'll have to correct that as well.
Oh dear. I've heard it goes off the rails a bit towards the end. Quite like this description of my second item.
Quite possibly.
But now, if they were to really, they need to go back to sort of being more scary because it's gone a bit too actiony.
Yeah.
I mean, I sort of remember being borderline traumatised as a child, walking past one window in, I think it was Resident Evil 2, and expecting something horrible to smash through the window, going, oh god, and it just smashes through the door I was heading through. Terrifying, but very, very memorable.
Okay.
I think it was Nemesis. Yeah.
My memories of Resident Evil come from the earlier games, I think. I think the problem is with the...
Oh, you enjoy a good Jill sandwich, do you?
I think the problem with the more recent games is they've become a bit too generic. They've become a bit too much like other games. They have
turned into sort of Zombie Shooter Fest 9000.
Exactly. It's all very well saying, well, we're going to evolve it into a new game type, but now they've just evolved it into every other game.
You've got Dead Rising if you want, like, Zombie
Absolutely.
Shooter. And to be honest, I would not be surprised if they showed a new Dead Rising or something.
The last one didn't really do that well, did it? Dead Rising 3.
Exactly, so there's an impetus too. Again, they made it too... This is going to sound stupid. They made it too Western, I think. I think the cool thing about the sort of original, certainly the first 2 Dead Risings, were they were obviously Japanese games, and they just had this sort of wacky sense of humour. Like, you could go around and get plastic hobby horse heads and stick them on zombies.
Well, that was it. It became a bit of sort of Brown Rising in more ways than one.
It was dark, but it was stupid.
Oh, that could be interesting.
Numero 3?
Bit of a hardware one for me.
Oh,
I think we all know this year is going to be the E3 of VR. There's going to be VR all over the place. But Microsoft don't have a VR system. They have the HoloLens, but that isn't VR. That's something different. I think we will see more of the HoloLens.
It's also expensive as hell.
Yep. So we may see something which is a bit more of an actual thing for HoloLens rather than just Minecraft on a table. But who knows?
Cool,
but I think what we might see is a pairing of the Oculus Rift and Xbox One.
Yeah, I was about to say you're going to announce like some sort of Microsoft device or what I'd heard, which is the Oculus Rift.
Yeah, I think so.
Sound likely.
I mean, the Xbox One can't do VR on its own, so it would need some sort of tack-on box or a new version of the Xbox One.
Well, yeah, I mean, they have been talking about this sort of Scorpio.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Which might have that built in. I mean, certainly the PS4 VR thing has a sort of external box. And there's a new version of the PS4 hardware coming, so we don't know if they'll roll that into that as well.
The interesting thing is there's been a lot of palaver recently about sort of Oculus exclusive games and things like that. So,
which one was it? The Super Hot, was it?
Yeah. Will we now have Oculus and Microsoft exclusive games? Because there's going to be, I mean, God knows there'll be PSVR exclusive games. And you know what consoles are like for exclusivity.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that. That
might not end well.
VR.
No, we've got to try and keep
going. Look, if you get this sort of VR game, you get a Mark Zuckerberg skin for your Gears of War characters. Gears of Zuckerberg.
Maybe just stick it on the enemies instead.
Well, that's it. You just have a hole in the ground that opens up, and all these Mark Zuckerbergs climb out.
Oh dear, it's spoiling my memories of Gears of War.
Dom, drop the like.
Oh God. Right. So, what's your number 4? I think we're on, aren't we? Number 4.
Number 4? Do you mean 3?
Number 3. That's what I said.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm with it.
So, on the subject of Microsoft, I think they're probably going to show something new Halo-wise.
Possibly.
It's either going to be sort of a new Halo game, possibly some sort of Halo cut-down version for the PC. I know they've said they're releasing Forge mode, but maybe they're going to make something a little more substantial.
That might have just been a tech demo for that, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, because they are bringing the map editor to PC, and you can play around with the maps that you edit.
Yep.
Which is interesting. But maybe a Halo Wars 2.
Halo Wars 2, right? I'd say that is a bit of a leap. That's quite interesting. It was quite popular back in the day, though, wasn't it? Halo Wars.
It was. I mean, I did pour quite a bit of time into it, and there were some things that sort of annoyed me about it lore-wise. It's sort of stupid stuff, obviously. You know.
Oh yeah.
Nothing big. It has to be some tiny, stupid lore thing that would only annoy a true nerd.
Of course.
Sort of, like unit naming conventions was a bit daft, but it was a good game.
Oh right. Yeah, cool. I mean, as far as I mean, RTSs have never been big on consoles, but I think that was one of the few ones that actually worked well.
Well, they nailed the control scheme. It was very easy to do stuff.
I mean, God knows they ported Supreme Commander to Xbox 360, and that did not work. That did not work. Oh, that's cool. That'd be interesting to see.
I mean, I would not be surprised if it was sort of like it's on Xbox and also on the Windows Store. Please upgrade to Windows 10, please.
Everyone's favourite Windows Store.
We need all your data. I mean, your subscription.
Very much so. Okay, number 4 for me. Carrying on the theme. I think we've kind of heard allusion to this before, but I think we might actually see it here in the Sony conference, would be a VR expansion for Before Dawn.
Okay.
Yeah, they talked about that being a thing that they might do. Or someone suggested it, I can't quite remember, it might just be rumour upon rumour, but I think if you're going to do something impressive on PSVR, then Before Dawn would be quite impressive, because that was a great game. I enjoyed that game, and having Wendigos flying at the side of your head would be scary as hell.
You said, do you mean Until Dawn?
That is what I mean, Until Dawn.
Wap, 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 wap.
Oh god, I when I typed it up, I thought, this doesn't sound right, and I'm not sure why.
For those of you who enjoyed Dark Souls, very good.
Very good.
I'm sorry.
Oh dear.
We ruined. That's it. We're deleting the channel. Take it down.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Shameful display.
Yes, so VR version expansion of Until Dawn. I think.
Well, they did something about that. It was a sort of on rails thing. I know they did detect it.
Yeah. I could see something with like a prequel with the flamethrower guy whose name I've forgotten.
I think it was Flamethrower Guy.
It's just flamethrower guy, wasn't it? Because that you could easily do.
If he had a name, I've bloody forgotten it.
You could easily do a prequel thing there.
Oh yeah, I did enjoy that game. It was fun to play. I mean, I know you and you just sat there and watched me essentially play it, but we all sort of made choices.
Watched Mr. QuickTime event.
Well, I couldn't trust you to try climbing up a slippery rock face. We'd just be dead all the time.
I can't trust me to climb over a slippery rock face. Quite happy to hand over the controller at that point.
But it did work quite well because we sort of basically hogged our friend's wonderful projector setup and just played it on the big screen.
That was fun to co-op with friends, wasn't it? Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, there needs to be a lot more games like that where you're involved in the game but you're not necessarily playing, because we were able to do that to quite a good extent.
It was basically like watching a very long film, wasn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. And they did split it up into episodes, so
they did. I really like that as well.
Also, Peter Stormare.
Being
incredibly creepy.
Very much so. So you're number 4, Adam.
My number 4. Well, we've all been awaiting the arrival of the sort of bird, monkey, dog, cat. Obviously, it's The Last Guardian.
Yeah, that's definitely on the way, I think.
Yeah, I think they have to show that now, because otherwise it's going to be just nobody cares.
Yeah, but I think it's definitely in the we are ready to release this phase now. That's the gut feeling I've got about it from bits and pieces that we've heard recently.
Well, hopefully, we'll get a damn date, not just it'll be done someday.
When it's done.
Oh God.
The Blizzard
approach. Hey, when's these new Overwatch maps coming, Blizz?
When they're done.
Blizz, hello. But yeah, I think they're going to have to show some substantial stuff of it.
Is that something you will pick up, do you think?
Most likely. I mean, I enjoyed Ico and Shadow of the Colossus.
True. I don't know, the gameplay they showed of it last time, I don't know, it didn't really thrill me. I don't know, so it'd be nice to see something truly sort of spectacular.
Well, I mean, if you look back at Ico now and you hadn't known anything about it,
true.
You take some gameplay bits out of that and it's like, what the hell, you're just dragging this strange ethereal girl around.
Yes. Okay, so number 5. I'm going to be utterly vague here, because I only came up with this about 10 minutes ago.
Excellent.
I think that...
Is it Before Dawn?
I was originally thinking that maybe we would have a new Telltale Game of Thrones game, but I don't think that actually did that well. So
really? I'm surprised. I mean, I know they're working on Batman and The Walking Dead Series 3.
And that's it. I think they'll move on to different things. But what I do think...
I had heard a Series 2 was in the works.
Okay. Well, I think we'll see some new Game of Thrones game, because Game of Thrones is you know,
Oh, that there was that terrible game, wasn't there? They released on Xbox
no,
360.
no, there wasn't.
no, there wasn't.
Let's not talk about that. I was actually sitting playing Total Warhammer the other day and thinking, this would be great with a bit of Game of Thrones in it.
Total War Westeros.
Yes. And you can zoom all the way in and see people being gutted. That'd be fantastic. So yes, a new Game of Thrones game. Maybe something a bit out of left field. Maybe something going more in the sort of Shadows of Mordor kind of direction.
Daenerys Adventures, a side-scrolling platform game where you free the enslaved.
Daenerys Super Magical Adventure Time.
So do you remember Rayman, where there was occasionally the cages of the trapped guys? Yeah, it's like that. It's just Rayman. So Daenerys has like a body and no arms and legs, just hands and feet.
My goodness, it's a good job none of us can actually draw, because we could animate this on the whole episode. Maybe in the future.
Hashtag nightmarish.
Yes. So if you want to do some armless Daenerys fan art, feel free. We may burn it afterwards, but we'll see.
To be honest, I'm just waiting for this sort of Stannis Dance Revolution game. I'd play that.
Manis Revolution. So, what's your next one, Adam?
My next one, once my screen wakes the hell up, because I'm not actually doing anything tonight. There we go. It's sort of been, there's been stuff leaked and dropped and whatnot, and various maps of the game potentially shown. It might just be somebody very creative with Photoshop. The game that everyone is going, why have you not brought this to PC? Rockstar, hello? Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh god, I would love a bit of that. I started playing that.
The first one was so good.
I started playing it on 360, and
I would say go back to it, but you sold your bloody Xbox.
Yes, I don't have my Xbox anymore.
Oh, God, it was so good.
It was fun, but it was one of those games where I was sitting there all the time going, I wish I was playing this on PC. And
yeah, it would look phenomenal on PC.
It would, and
just the massive wide open vistas and stuff.
And I don't want to shoot pistols with a controller.
And also, you wouldn't have bears just appearing out of nowhere and chasing you the hell down on your horse.
You say that.
Because you'd have some decent draw distance.
You say that. Maybe they're ninja bears.
Yeah, it's the two other bears you had no idea were there.
Clever girl.
Yeah, but now that Red Dead Redemption 2,
cool.
I think
nice bit of.
I would enjoy a bit of
that. Since
that.
we've had a bit of Western action.
Bit of horse larceny and sort of rootin' tootin'.
You say horse larks then?
Horse larks, yes, horse larks. That's the genre.
Yes.
But now maybe they could do a bit of a DLC to tie in with Overwatch and just have sort of you wandering around going, it's high noon, and then just dying before you finish the sentence.
It's high noon.
Nope. Okay, your next one?
My next one. So, safe bet here. We've heard a fair bit about this already, but it kind of went a bit quiet. I think in the whole Microsoft conference we're going to see a lot about Crackdown 3.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Crackdown. I played the hell out of the first one to the extent that I got 1,000 out of 1,000 achievements.
Nice. 1,000 G.
Oh, God, I nearly drove myself insane looking for all this agility orbs.
Yeah. I don't think I ever...
hearing that guy go, agent, over and over again. That's an agent. Level up, agent. Look, agent, go away.
I don't think I ever got all the G for Crackdown, although I did a lot of it. It's one of the first games I bought on the 360.
One of the biggest disappointments I had with Crackdown 2 was they got rid of transforming vehicles.
Oh dear.
What? What the hell? That was so cool. You get in the sort of off-road SUV thing, and you're just like, it's just like, oh my god, this car is now swole.
I never played Crackdown 2, so I can't comment on that.
It was good, but there's just as you're playing it, there was just this constant sense of this isn't as good as the first one.
Yeah, that's always going to be the problem, isn't it?
I did like the sort of agent design better in 2 though.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, sort of next gen Crackdown. We know it's coming. It's just that it has been coming since the Xbox One first came out years ago. So what's your next one, Adam?
This is a sort of shot in the dark, completely based on A, the company, and B, news that's recently been leaked and may or not be true. The reveal of the Nintendo NX.
I'm not convinced we're going to see any of that this year, to be honest.
I imagine we'll maybe get one video of a game that might be on it.
Yeah, maybe. I suppose there's...
But I did hear something recently about them possibly sort of getting a lump hammer and smashing some VR into it.
Yes, I did hear that. But
shit, everyone else is doing it. Quick, get the VR, get the VR.
From what I've heard, Nintendo aren't even doing any real conference this year. They're just doing their sort of normal treehouse thing, but with no actual games except for Zelda in it.
The Zelda they were going to release on Wii U, and they delayed, so they could release it on the NX.
That's never happened before.
Nice.
It's never happened before.
Nice.
Twilight Princess.
Oh dear, Nintendo, you scumbags.
Okay, so my next one. So Doom has been doing well, been fantastic recently. So it's all about the classic shooters. We had another classic shooter which came back a little while ago. It's been a few years now. So how about a new Wolfenstein?
What do you mean, like a sequel?
Yeah.
To the New Order.
A sequel to the New Order. So
I thought you meant to do another reboot. I was like,
no.
They did this.
No, not a reboot. I mean a sequel to New Order.
Yes, that would be good.
Not the expansion, but a full further version. I think that's
they did that expand alone, didn't they? What was it, the Old Blood?
The Old Blood, yeah.
Old Blood.
And one day I will get around to playing it.
Safe Blood?
Safe Blood. So yeah, I think that could work. Why not?
Yeah, no, I'd enjoy that. More BJ Blazkowicz tearing mounted turrets off and mowing down cyber Nazis. Well, it needs some really crap tagline though, like Wolfenstein 2, Hitler's Wrath.
This time Hitler's serious. Because he wasn't before.
Oh god.
So, what's your next one?
Well, this is a man who left the sort of evil, sort of pachinko spewing company
Hit the lever.
to found a newer, brighter future. I think we're going to see something from Hideo Kojima's new game, even if it's just like a 15-second teaser, and him coming out going, "Did you like it?"
Quite possible.
And everyone going, "You asshole."
It's quite possible. It's quite possible.
I mean, they've released sort of the full shot now, or at least most of the shot of their new mascot, which is because Yoshi Shinkawa designed it. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I know all about this because someone subbed to our Metal Gear Solid on our Reddit account.
It was me.
And now every time I look at my phone, all I can see is Metal Gear Solid posts because for some reason people post them 3 times a second.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I think we're going to see something of that.
Alright, that's possible.
I would hope so. I mean, I like everything I've heard. I mean, it's Hideo Kojima, Yoshi Shinkawa, and then somebody said the word mechs, so...
Okay.
Many thumbs
won
up.
Me over. So, next one.
Your next offering on the list?
So, this is something I really want to see. We've heard little sort of suggestions that maybe it's coming. And if this does turn up, it may be the thing that causes me to have to go out and buy a PS4, and that would be The Last of Us 2. Because The Last of Us 1...
More plaid shirt, mushroom zombie smashing.
Well, true. Because Last of Us 1 was just an immense game. Really enjoyed that game. And I'm not sure I could miss out on The Last of Us 2. It'd be the first game that really made me run out and buy a PS4. Maybe a PS4 Neo, I don't know. But yeah, I can see myself going for that. There's a lot more story to be told, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Maybe they can make the controls actually work this time so you can shoot people.
Maybe your hands can work this time and actually shoot people.
Hey, I'm not the only one that said that.
Hey, what's this?
That's your insane triggers on your controller, I'm guessing.
No. It's clickers.
Oh. Why? Why?
No, I would love to see more of the sort of The Last of Us world.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
it. Because every other sort of post-apocalyptic world is sort of like, everything's a desert now and dead, whereas sort of The Last of Us, look... Well, there's plants on planet Earth. They're going to grow over everything.
I really enjoyed the DLC. DLC was good.
I've not actually played that.
What's wrong with you?
I just haven't had the time.
You
Moving
should play-
house.
yes. Now you've moved house. Play the DLC.
But no, I want to see more of that.
Good.
I wonder if we'll see. Well, no, but because I think he died at the start. Do you remember the first bit of The Last of Us? Sort of Joel and I can't remember her damn name.
Ellie.
No. The sort of
Oh, woman.
after the terrible thing happens right at the start.
Yeah, woman.
There's a sort of leap forward, and he's with this woman. I can't remember her name.
I can't remember her name either.
But anyway, they encounter a guy in a back alley who is the spit of Bronn from Game of Thrones.
Okay. Oh dear. Linking together all our favourite things.
Yeah,
So, what's your penultimate one then, Adam?
penultimate. I have 3, including this one.
Really?
Left. Yes.
I don't know what's happened there then.
You suck at the numbers, is what happened. So I think we're going to see some sort of VR game from Valve, or at least a game where having VR will add a sort of big improvement to it,
Right.
if that makes sense.
Okay, what kind of thing are you thinking?
I don't know. I mean, I hesitate to say the words Half-Life 3.
No. Don't say it. It's delayed now.
No, I've just pushed it back another year, sorry. But I don't know, maybe some quite story-driven first-person thing?
Okay.
Something new? Either that or some sort of Portal spin-off maybe, or maybe even something to do with Left 4 Dead.
Well, they've already done things like the sort of labs and stuff, haven't they, on Vive?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to kind of look at all those, I suppose, as a kind of test bed for them.
Yeah, it's kind of like they did with Nintendo Land on the Wii U, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, hell, it might even be some story-related Team Fortress 2 stuff.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know whether... I don't know, are they looking to build new Team Fortress 2 stuff now, though? Or is it just hats?
Well, no, I just mean some sort of spin-off each side thing.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of assets and lore there.
Yeah, true.
But no, I think they will come out with some sort of VR offering. It makes sense.
Fair enough. Interestingly, my next one is also a Valve offering.
Portal 5.
Well, we've seen allusions to this within hacked code and all sorts of things from various bits and pieces, but Left 4 Dead 3, not Half-Life 3, Left 4 Dead 3.
No, we can't play anymore. Left 4 Dead. Bill's dead. I can't play Left 4 Dead without Bill.
It's been a long time since Left 4 Dead 2 came out.
It still hurts.
It still hurts. I actually want to go back and play a bit more Left 4 Dead because it's been a while, and that game never gets old. So yeah, a bit of Left 4 Dead 3, I think. I'm not quite sure what they can add to it, but I'm sure they'll find something.
More special infected.
More zombies. Just lots of zombies. So,
I mean, I think there's areas they could take it. I mean, you could potentially add vehicles, but then you'd have to add sort of special infected that could take out vehicles. Maybe some sort of equipment or something.
I think if you had vehicles, it would have to be a fixed section between maps or something like that. Because at the moment it's just like you're in a safe room, now you're in another safe room. Maybe they can put something in between the maps, which is kind of not a turret section.
I think there's some scope within sort of the Left 4 Dead series, maybe some sort of character customization.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, you do risk going a bit. Although I don't know,
it's difficult because
you do risk going a bit killing floor, but I don't know.
It's difficult because the part of the thing which drives Left 4 Dead is the characters themselves, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you say that, but then there's not that much character stuff. It's just like a cutscene at the start.
No, I know, but
and grabbing pills.
Absolutely.
Girls here.
That seems like a good time to go on to your next one.
So I think there's been lots of hints dropped over the years. Specifically, there was a big one in that old sort of European PlayStation 4. This is for the players advert. I think they're going to do a new Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
Because it's about damn time.
Yeah, that's true.
And all trace of Crash Bandicoot has disappeared from the Activision site.
You've got that ukulele thing coming along, haven't you, as well? That's apparently looking pretty good.
That's Banjo-Kazooie.
Is it?
Get out.
Is that different?
Get out of here, stalker. It is different. Crash Bandicoot was PlayStation. Banjo-Kazooie was N64.
Oh, okay.
Dodoy.
My 3D platforming knowledge is lacking. You know me. I've only recently started having consoles.
Did you play the Mario on the Segas? It was a good game, that. You had to collect all them rings.
Oh dear.
But no, yeah, I think I need Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, fair enough.
I would enjoy that.
I think it's still
as long as they keep it cartoony and they don't do what they did with the sort of weird Crash Bandicoots we've had since the sort of original run.
Well, they certainly made new Ratchet and Clank look very pretty. There's no reason they can't do the same with
But that kind of stayed with Insomniac, though. Sort of Crash Bandicoot has sort of gone round the houses.
Well, yeah.
It seems to be back with Sony now. I'm not 100% sure.
No, I don't know. Well, it'd be an interesting one to see, and hopefully it's not.
Say that. I mean, they did sort of try it with different publishers. I mean, Sierra released Twin Sanity, and that was quite good.
True. You could have like Microsoft did with what was the character that they put into Project Spark?
Oh, Conker.
That was it.
That was another N64 game. They put Conker into because they basically Aldriched Rare, didn't they, Microsoft?
Yeah, absolutely.
They just devoured it.
Yeah, very much so. So, and look how that went for Project Spark, which is now closing down.
Microsoft, devourer of studios.
Okay, so my last one.
Is this some sort of out of left field mad suggestion?
I would suggest it is slightly out of left field.
Guillermo del Toro and Hideo Kojima come together to create My Little Pony game.
Oh dear, Pan's Labyrinth is magic.
You'd all play it.
So, my out of left field suggestion. I sat down looking through all of Ubisoft's IPs, hoping.
But they're all iconic.
Hoping against hope that they might bring out something original and new. But
nah.
In lieu of that, they own the Prince of Persia IP. We've not seen a Prince of Persia game for a while, but let's not have a new reboot of Prince of Persia. Let's have a remaster of Sands of Time, because everybody wants that.
No, that's not how it happened. Yes, that would be nice.
That's something I'd like to say. I think it's something that could do well on next-gen consoles, and I think it's something that could do well on PC as well. And it's sufficiently old now to benefit from a nice graphical update.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean... Well, no, actually, no, they couldn't. I was going to suggest they could do the sort of Halo Anniversary Edition, sort of layer another engine over the top, but apparently Microsoft copyrighted that.
Oh, really?
Yes, they copyrighted putting another engine over the top of a running engine.
Of course they did.
Really driving development there.
Thanks.
But no, did you ever play Prince of Persia 2?
Yes, I did.
Warrior Within, I think. It's basically Prince of Persia 2.
Okay,
angsty.
I was thinking actual Prince of Persia 2, as in the sequel to the original Prince of Persia game.
No.
Which was a bit weird, actually. It was still all right, but it was just wasn't quite the same as the original Prince of Persia. It's a bit of a weird platform.
No, I'm talking Prince of Persia 2, where they just had Godsmack and stuff, and he's all dressed in black now.
Right? Yeah, I was aware of it, but I haven't played it.
Looking back on it now, it's kind of funny, but it seemed cool at the time, and it was actually quite a good game.
Emo of Persia.
Yeah, and there was a good sort of like plot twist to do with wibbly wobbly timey wimey as well, which I quite enjoyed.
Okay, fair enough. So,
but no, yeah, that would be cool.
Your conclusion.
Oh, because everyone hates Konami now because they basically just done pull the lever, or hit the lever rather, and sort of, Hideo Kojima, we hate you. And you know they're destroying all their IPs. I know recently they made a Metal Gear Solid 3 pachinko machine. That hurts me to say.
Yeah, that's Snake Eater HD, man.
Oh God!
You wanted a HD remake? There it is.
I think I'm going to get airdropped into Konami HQ and just run around in a cardboard box snapping necks at this rate.
I'm surprised you haven't already done that.
I'm booking my tickets to Japan as we speak. I think maybe there's a chance they could try and remake either Metal Gear Solid 1 or Metal Gear to try and get some fans on side again.
Metal Gear.
It's a possibility.
It is a possibility. it's probably more of a wishful thinking on your part, I should think. But
Well, no.
it's difficult,
If
isn't it?
they
'Cause
released it, I would not be that keen because
I was going to say that's the problem, isn't it? The likelihood is they would just screw it up.
it isn't Metal Gear without Hideo Kojima.
They don't have the genius behind the wheel. So
No, I think it could end up being bad if they did something like that. But
why did you
That's
end
my
it on a terrible bone-chilling note, Adam? Why?
okay then. I will add a further sort of hat into the ring.
Okay,
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
isn't that already coming?
Well, no, we've heard nothing about it.
Oh, okay.
It's sort of like we're making this game, and then it's just like, but hello, are you doing anything?
Nope.
It's iconic Ubisoft. Ubisoft's iconic. Quick, come back.
One day it will turn up. Who knows?
Yes.
Yeah,
Who
okay.
knows?
Interesting. So we didn't talk about things which are obviously coming up in this one, and we can probably rattle those off quite easily here. I think we'll see.
Watch Dogs next.
Oh God, yeah, the game no one wanted.
There's drones in it now. Drones.
The game everyone wants. Titanfall 2. I think we'll see a trailer of that,
yes.
but probably not any gameplay. Because we haven't really seen a proper trailer for it yet.
Well, no, we saw some. Is that a sword? Kind
Yes.
of stuff. And
Oh yes.
very, very brief teaser stuff. But yeah, that
should
they'll
just
obviously show something for that.
Should just rebrand it Pacific Rim, the game.
We are cancelling the smart pistol.
Battlefield 1, I think we'll see some gameplay from Battlefield 1 almost certainly.
Yeah, they're going to show some multiplayer stuff from that.
The more I hear about that, the more excited I am about it.
Press X to bayonet.
It sounds pretty good. Obviously, EA will just drop a whole load of random sports stuff that we don't really care about.
What they'll have some sort of huge roid ragey guy come out on stage going, sports!
Yeah, but like, here's UFC, here's some other
Here's a man
fighting
with a
stuff.
brain injury to talk about UFC. And the thing is, right, you can hit him right in the face.
They recently moved FIFA across the Frostbite engine, so they'll show some of that.
Oh, that'd be cool. Can you sort of take cover and blow up buildings that the enemy team are in?
I'm not convinced that is the case. Obviously, we're going to see some Dishonored 2. Because that's...
Blink and you'll miss it.
Oh, what? That's coming. And I think PS4 Neo will have to be shown, or whatever it's going to be called. And we'll probably see that in Sony conference. I mean, I think it'll be a fairly heavy hardware year, actually.
Yeah, I think so, because they've got all the sort of revised consoles coming out.
Yeah, and there'll be a whole load of VR stuff we can't even predict. Maybe some weird VR demos like they did with the Little Big Planet stuff last time round. That was just bizarre.
Can we just make magical things with Stephen Fry?
Yeah, why not?
That'd be cool. Look, Stephen, I've made a car.
Anything else you can think is definitely going to come up?
Things definitely coming out. Ooh, crikey. See, my brain's gone blank now.
Well.
We might see something more of the Dark Souls 3 DLC.
Maybe.
Unless From go entirely the other way and go, this is the new game we've been working on.
No, I think that's unlikely. That's a bit too far. Maybe. I almost don't want to see Dark Souls 3 at the press conference, because it will almost certainly be followed by exclusive on this platform for 3 months.
They didn't
we
do
don't
that
want
last time.
Well, maybe. So yeah, so that's about it. So that's E3 coming in a couple of days, or maybe even less, depending on how long it takes me to actually edit this video. But we'll see.
Coming summer 2017.
So we'll revisit after the show, talk about all the stuff we were excited about. Join us on Twitter for the exciting live tweets of our sarcasm.
Yes, and me sort of. I don't know how to get through mispronouncing Yves Guillemot as Yves Guillemot on Twitter, but I'm sure I'll find a way.
Yves Guillemot, definitely. And we'll revisit afterwards and see how we did with our predictions. And maybe you want to stick your predictions down in the comments below. Nothing too out of left field, or maybe something completely out of left field. Why not? And we'll see how people do next time round. Obviously, drop us a sub, and if you want to catch the follow-up video, that'll be coming in the next few days. We're off next week, so we have a bit of time to do some stuff. Why not? Plenty of things upcoming on the channel, so join us for that stuff.
It's going to be golden.
E3, see you there. Bye.
Tatty bye.